My name is Makue and I'm a permanent delegate within the National Council of Provinces. I've just had the pleasure of co-leading a group of members of the NCOP, the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, as well as some councillors from the Ekurhuleni municipality in taking Parliament to the people, where we were particularly focusing on the issues of migration as one of the very important products that the NCOP has decided to focus our attention on. It was particularly helpful to come to Ekurhuleni, which happens to be one of those major industrial hubs on the African continent and also in South Africa, where we find that there are many people that are attracted both from within different parts of South Africa, but also people from neighboring countries. We concentrated this morning particularly on 4 projects. One of them was to go to the Primrose Technical School, where we wanted to get an insight into what are the challenges that's confronted by the learners and staff of Primrose Technical High School vis-a-vis the migration element because of technical expertise and technical training, particularly against the backdrop also of the 4th Industrial Revolution. Understand that we are not here to come and critique what it is that you do. We are here so that you can tell us, as a nation, what are the challenges that migration places on effective delivery of services. So we're asking that you be as frank and as honest as you possibly can.
We lost about anything from 5 to 6, 7 students during the year. Mainly it's relocating to another province. One of my kids left now, they're going to Bloemfontein. Okay. That is the main reason. Parents moving around, seeking for job opportunities. Then again, on the other hand, we get also parents coming. I've got parents now relocated on the other side of Primrose, going to primary school as well as in our school, our well accommodated.
We also then visited the Day3 hospital, where we tried to get an understanding from the staff at the hospital as to how people from neighboring areas as well as neighboring countries are attracted to the excellent services that's being provided at the Day3 hospital. We were very impressed by the frankness and the openness with which the officials, the CEO, as well as the senior staff members of this hospital communicated and shared their insights on migration with us members of the NCOP.
Historically, the hospital has not been capturing information, differentiating South African, non-South African, and then in terms of non-South African, SADC and SADC. We've been doing it for the last quarter since I've arrived. But that's a factor that's going to play into our ability to quantify it fairly. Often patients will come here possibly in labor or in emergency situations where it would not be fair of us not to deny therapy or treatment because they don't have documents. So a lot of people don't come with documents. Consequences of this load that we tend to carry, and I speak more for maternity than the general hospital, although it is applicable to the general hospital, but there's naturally a strain on resources because we are funded for a certain population, a catchment population, based on what we are going to serve. And the other thing which is, you can see the morale in the maternity unit is low. It has a negative impact because they feel we shouldn't be seeing that many people with these difficult conditions.
We visited a social housing project in Germiston and were quite amazed at the pace in which the social housing is being provided to the people there, and were particularly impressed by them mentioning that they have a scale where the housing is provided to those people that have the biggest need but may not have the financial resources to be able to acquire housing within cities where housing is often a very important necessity.
How do you determine the rental amount that you charge the people for the different units? How do you determine that?
Okay, no, thanks very much. Our rental mostly is regulated. So we have a particular ceiling that we have to adhere to. For example, it's regulated by SHRA. And I suppose SHRA, Social Housing Regulatory Body. So those are the body that actually look after the type of rental that we charge. So we cannot exceed a particular ceiling in terms of our rental. But we make sure that at least 70% is pro-poor, those who qualify. Yeah, it's only 30 component that we can apply market-related. But currently, in this setup, there's no market-related.
We then visited the TVET College, which is a technical training college also here in Ekurhuleni. One of the big problems that we're having at this technical college is related to the funding, because we find that many of the students that they are attracting find it very difficult to afford the cost of the college. Again, as we have picked up in the Department of Higher Education, one of the big challenges is the efficiency of NSFAS. That still leaves much to be desired. We know that in technical training, where there is a lot of money that's being spent on the technical resources, on the workshops that are at the institution, it is important for students to also be able to bring their part to that. We know from our exposure, traveling on the roads, looking at the surroundings, that there are very many people that are attracted to Ekurhuleni. Therefore, we are looking forward to taking the recommendations that comes out of our findings to the NCOP and coming back again in November of this year when we have the final lap of taking Parliament to the people